The glass exploded against the kitchen floor, a sharp cry of crystal that mirrored the fracture in my chest. I froze, still clutching the wine bottle, its neck dripping red across the tiles like a wound bleeding into our apartment. Sarah's heels tapped a defiant rhythm on the hardwood as she snatched her purse from the counter. "I'm going to the party, David," she said, her voice slicing through the fog of my shock. "We'll talk when I get back." The door slammed behind her, and the silence that followed was heavier than any argument we'd ever had. She was gone, leaving me alone with the gnawing question that had been eating at me for weeks. Who was she really meeting tonight? The air hung thick and stale, like the apartment itself was holding its breath, knowing too much. I sank onto the couch, the leather groaning under me, staring at the spot on the coffee table where her phone had been. She had taken it, of course, but not before I caught the notification blinking on the screen. A message from Mark. Just his name, no preview, but enough to twist my stomach into knots. Mark, her co-worker, the one she mentioned too casually, too often, with that smile that never belonged to me. I confronted her about him during our fight, my voice shaking with a mix of accusation and fear. "He's just a friend," she snapped, eyes flicking away, fingers tightening around her keys. But friends don't text at 10 p.m. on a Friday, not when their husband is right there, silently begging them to stay. I tried to reason with myself. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe I was imagining shadows that weren't there. Sarah loved me. She had said it countless times, her lips soft against mine in the quiet before sleep. But lately, those moments had thinned, replaced by late nights at the office, vague excuses, and a distance in her eyes I couldn't cross. I poured another glass of wine, the liquid trembling in the dim light, and let my mind replay the warning signs I'd ignored. The perfume she wore only on certain days, sharp and unfamiliar. The way her laugh changed on the phone lighter, like it belonged to someone else. The lipstick stain on her collar, last week, a deep crimson she insisted wasn't hers. Probably from a client lunch, she had shrugged, tossing the blouse into the laundry. I had believed her, because I wanted to, because the alternative was too heavy to bear. The clock ticked past midnight. Each second pounded like a hammer against my skull. I paced, the cold hardwood biting my bare feet, the city's hum drifting through the cracked window. I imagined her at the party, some chic downtown loft, glittering lights and clinking glasses. Was she laughing with Mark, brushing her hand against his arm, whispering something close to his ear? My fists clenched, nails cutting into my palms. I wanted to call her, demand answers, but pride and fear left my phone untouched. Instead, I turned to her laptop, glowing accusingly in the dark. I didn't know her password, but I didn't need to. The browser remained open, logged into her email. Whether mistake or taunt, it didn't matter. There was buried in her inbox a thread with Mark, the subject line. Tonight. My heart thundered as I opened it. The messages were brief, cryptic, and devastating. "Can't wait to see you in the black dress." Her reply, "Only if you behave," winking-faced. My vision blurred. The words swam before my eyes. I scrolled further. Every line felt like a blade. Plans after work. A photo at a bar. Her head resting against his shoulder, her smile radiant. I slammed the laptop shut, my breath ragged, the room tilting. How long had this been going on? How had I been blind? I didn't sleep. I sat in the dark, the wine bottle empty, my thoughts a tangle knot of fury and heartbreak. I loved her. God help me, I still did. But love wasn't enough to erase the betrayal, to stop it from slicing through the memories we'd built over 5 years. The proposal in the rain. Her laughter as we danced in our tiny kitchen. The promises whispered under starlight. Had it all been a lie? Or a fleeting mistake she would regret? I wanted to believe the latter, but the evidence wrapped around my hope like a noose. At 6 a.m., the door creaked open. Sarah stepped inside, makeup smudged, her black dress wrinkled. She froze when she saw me, eyes wide with guilt. "David," she whispered, voice cracking. "You're still up. Where were you?" My voice was low, dangerous. "I told you the party. It ran late with Mark." The name hit like a knife, and she flinched. "It's not what you think." she added too quickly, hands twisting together. He's just... I stood, body trembling. I saw the emails, Sarah. The picture, the dress. Her face crumpled, and for a fleeting moment I expected tears, but she straightened, jaw tight, meeting my gaze. I didn't mean for this to happen, she whispered. It just did. The confession landed like a punch, knocking the air from my lungs. I wanted to scream, shake her, beg her to take it back. Instead, I asked, do you love him? She hesitated, and that pause said more than words ever could. I don't know, she admitted at last, tears spilling down her cheeks. I love you, David, but things haven't been right with us. You know that. The fights, the silences, the way we became strangers sharing a bed. I thought we could fix it. I thought love was enough. Get out, I said, voice breaking. Now. She didn't argue. She grabbed her purse and walked away, the door clicking shut behind her. Silence returned, but it felt different now, final like a grave. I sank to the floor, the tiles cold against my skin, letting the truth settle in. She was gone, and so was the man I had been. But even as the sun rose, casting long shadows across the apartment, a new thought flickered, sharp and cold. I'd seen her lock screen last night. A new code I didn't know. What else was she hiding? And I realized the betrayal I'd uncovered was only the beginning.